Hi guys, Forgotten Wolf here, and this is the mock draft for the 2025 NFL draft. This is my final mock draft 2.0. It's been a while since the last one, but please like, share, and subscribe. At 100 subscribers, I'll be doing a 1-hour video on the FNAF Timeline. At 25k views, I'll do a video on every Nintendo game that is being made right now, and at 500 likes, I think I'll do a video on Greyjoy's Rebellion. Let's begin. With the first overall pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Tennessee Titans select Cam Ward. Cam Ward, we all know is going to be the pick. A report came out a couple weeks ago that the Browns are going to pick Travis Hunter, and that's my pick. And the Giants, we know they're not picking Shador, so Abdul Carter's the pick here. Patriots, you could go Mason Graham, but I'm going to go Will Campbell because they need offensive line help. And oh my, Cam. At number 5, oh crud. At number 5, I'm gonna go for the Jags. I'm gonna go Mason Graham. They need defensive help really badly. And at 6, Sean Genty is the Raiders' favorite. And then, oh, my cam is glitching out. All right, there we go. Should be better. Sorry, everyone. We're back. And at number 7, the Jets, I think they're going to take a tackle. Armin Membu, offensive tackle out of Missouri. At number 8, the Panthers. They want to trade back, but I don't think they'll get anything, so Jalon Walker is the pick here. And at number 9, the Saints could go. They could go quarterback, but I don't think they will. I think they go edge rusher Shamir Stewart, edge rusher out of Texas A&M. And then going down to the next set of picks, at number 10, the Chicago Bears select. I'm gonna have them taking Kelvin Banks, offensive tackle out of Texas. Then we got our first trade next. The Niners are gonna trade back with the Broncos. Now, the draft pick compensation. This is not the realistic, but this is the only way to get the mock draft simulator and the trades working. So, yeah, the Broncos, they want to move up a receiver, and particularly Tedero McMillan. And the Cowboys, they could take him. So, yeah, get a weapon for Bo Nix, and this allows the Cowboys at 12 to take Matthew Golden. They could use defense really badly, but they're stupid. Now, another team that could use defense is the Dolphins, but Teron Armstead retired, so tackle is a bigger need. So Josh Simmons is the pick. At number 14, the Colts have a huge need at tight end, so I have them going Tyler Warren. And then we get to move on to the next set of picks where a run on defensive backs or defense occurs, where we get Will Johnson going to the Falcons. They hate edge rushers apparently, and they don't like to draft them. So Will Johnson, he's sliding, and the Falcons could use some help in the secondary to partner with AJ Terrell. And then at 16, the ranked number 16, ironically, is Mike Green, edge rusher out of Marshall. And then the Bengals, I think they'll take Mikael Williams. Then another trade up, I have the Birds, the EAGLES Eagles, trading up with the Seahawks. The Eagles want to trade up in the draft. Maybe Dallas Goedert gets included in the trade, but they want one of 3 people, either Walter Nolan, James Pierce, or Malachi Starks. And I have them taking Malachi Starks. And then for the Bucks, I have Jihad Campbell, linebacker out of Alabama. They need a linebacker. They could use the linebacker as Devin White's no longer on the team and beginning to age, and Levante David's aging. So a pick there, a linebacker could make sense there. Now Jetty Barron, he's slid in quite a bit because of Will Johnson sliding, so he's the pick there at 20. And now 21, the Steelers. Apparently Mike Tomlin likes Shador Sanders, so he's a surefire pick to go there. Now, the Chargers could use Colston Loveland, but I have them taking James Pierce. Now, Nick Scouten's rate better, but I like James Pierce better. Deal with it. Yeah, and then the Packers. Packers could be a trade down, but they love to trade down, and in fact, that's what I'm gonna do. So the Packers are going to trade down with a quarterback-needy team, and I'm going to go with the Saints because they're going to need to move up ahead of the Giants and the Browns to get their quarterback of the future since Derek Carr will be out for the season. And who do the Saints take? Well, Jackson Dart is the pick. The Giants want Jackson Dart, but I think the Saints get him before maybe offering a first-round pick. I don't know. And then for the Vikings, they need defensive help badly, particularly in the secondary, and Nick Warrior is the best available player. The Texans desperately need offensive line help, and I think Gabe Zabel is the best available lineman. Now moving down, this becomes interesting. And I'm going to go another trade up, as I don't particularly know what the Rams are going to pick. Plus, there's a report that said the Chiefs are trying to leapfrog the Ravens to get a tackle. So, yeah. And the last available tackle is Josh Conley, I think it is. Yeah. They want to protect Patrick Mahomes, Josh Connerly, sorry. Yeah, and this leaves the Ravens. They are viewing offensive line, and although that's still an option, I'm gonna go with Nick Scout into the Ravens. And here we see a bit of a run in defensive linemen, as the Lions could use some, and the Commies or the Commanders. I don't know what this is a trade up spot. For a quarterback, I don't think anyone would be trading up. So I'm gonna go Trey Amos. And this allows the Bills at 30 to go Walter Nolan. So they could use help on the D-line. And this leaves the Rams and Seahawks. And, yeah, the Rams' best available player in the defense. So you partner Jared versus Donovan Ezerike, which allows the Seahawks to go Tyler Booker. Before we do, best names to slide are Colston Loveland, Mika Buka, Marion Hampton, Luther Bird, and Kenneth Grant are all the ones I predict that'll slide out of the first round, but Tyler Booker becomes the last pick of the first round. Yeah, and that is pretty much everything. Please, as for who's my personal steal of the draft is that I think it'd be Will Johnson at 15, being that huge slide. Yeah, or Shador at 21, but yeah. But until next time, bye.